Hey Scrappers, I wanted to show you guys some projects that I've been working on. And first is this card. This is the first card I ever made. Really made. And I'm just so excited about this card. I did a lot of first on this card. I used my new Martha Stewart puncher on the page punches. This is the first time I used that one. So I'll just start with I started with a 6 by 12 piece of cardstock, and it's a like the thicker cardstock, and then I scored it halfway and then just fold it over, and then I took a 6 by 6 sheet of pattern paper, and this is pink one here, and it was just a random piece of pattern paper I happened to have, and I went over it with my inking tool and my frayed burlap. I went over the entire page to give it more of a darker pink and a distressed look. And then I went on the edges with my walnut stain. That's the distressed ink. And then I took a plain a plain piece of just a regular piece of cardstock, like a thin piece of cardstock, and it's like a chocolate brown color, and I cut it to be 5 by 5, and then I took my Martha Stewart puncher on the pages, and this particular design right here, I don't know the name of it, you guys, but you can always look up that design on the website, and then I punched around the entire part, and then I made these really cute flowers, and I love these flowers. I made the flowers using these flowers from iamroses.com. Guys, check them out. They're really awesome. And I painted them with my Lindy Stamp Gang. And the bottom one here that kind of looks like leaves, that was painted with my oak leaf olive mica powder. I don't know if you can see that color. It's kind of a glare. But that's what I painted that with. And then this top flower here, I painted that with my opalescent peach gold. It's just a really pretty, like, pinkish color, and then it has like 2 tones of gold in it. And then I just took just some of these like little round tweezers, or not tweezers, but they have just like this round part, and I just curled each petal. And then in the center, I went back with the oak leaf olive and just put a little green in the center of the flower. I don't know if you can really see that. And then I took a pearl from the Paper Studio pearl pack, and I just put it in the center, and I made 2 flowers, one for each corner. And then on this background part here, I painted the outside border with my Boomtown Golden Bronze mica powder, and it was really easy. You just use a water brush and you just go over it. It was very, very simple to do. And then I adhered the flowers down with glossy accents, and I adhered all the paper down with my ATG gun, and it's all sticking really good, and it's really, really awesome. And then for this, which is my first time ever coloring an image with my Copic markers, and the first time I used my Greeting Farm stamps, so I'm super excited. The stamp I stamped on Gina K luxury cardstock. Love this stuff, guys. You can get it online. You just search online for it on Gina K's website. It's pure luxury cardstock, and it comes in 8.5 by 11 sheets, and it's awesome. So I stamped with the Greeting Farm stamp Cheeky Beauty. It's a really, really cute stamp, guys. And these are all rubber stamps. They're cling stamps. And so I just used this little cling acrylic block. So you kind of use them like acrylic stamps. So it's really easy and fun to use. So I just stamped on there. And then I went ahead and colored the image with my Copic markers, and I'll share some of the colors that I used to give you guys what I did. And I always use the, you gotta have the colorless blender just to help blend your colors together if you might be missing like the colors in between, which I am. I don't have like whole collections, so I have, you know, some colors, I don't have the colors in between that would be for the blending. So good tip is if you don't have all the colors, you just get the colorless blender, and if you color like in between where the two meet, it kind of really blends them together and it's really nice. Also, if you go outside the lines, this will remove the color outside the lines. It'll blend it into the cardstock so you can't see it. It's really, really an awesome marker to get. So I colored, first I colored her skin, and I only used 2 colors. I hope I'm remembering this correctly. I used, let's see here. I used the fruit pink and the skin white. I don't know if you guys will be able to pick that up, but it's the fruit pink and the skin white, which is E02 and E00. And then for her stockings, because her stockings are slightly lighter than her skin, but I did color them. They're not white. I colored them with the E000, which is pale fruit pink. Really awesome. It was a really nice pale, you can also use that for the skin too, but I wanted to use it more so for the stockings. And then I colored the dress with with R32 for outside around the lines, and then on the inside I used the water lily, which is RV00. So these were really cool colors to work with. And again, I don't have the colors in between because you can see there's a huge difference. So I just used my colorless blender to go in between them, and it all came out perfect. And then for like her shoes and the bottom of her dress, I used the lipstick natural is E04. And then for her hair, I went ahead and I went on the outlined, and then all the lines I went over with the Y27, which is the buttercup yellow. And then on the inside of her hair, I used the eggshell E50. And then I just kept going over it until it all blended really nicely. And then she also has some blush on her cheeks. And for her blush, I actually took the peach, which is, it seems a little dark, but you just put a little, like just a little circle on each. And I don't even know if you can see the blush. It's very subtle. It's hard to pick up on the camera. But and then I went over that little blush part with the colorless blender, and it tones it down a little bit and just makes it more like blush and not just like a blotch of color. And then I also colored her parts of her crown also with the lipstick natural E04, and then I actually gave her a smoky eye, because if you see, this is another one that I did a test run first before I put it on here, and I did it with this one here, and it's a slightly lighter, because I decided I went over it a little bit more because I liked it a little darker like the hair. But you can see that there's not a smoky eye as there is on this one, and that was actually very simple. I took my black, which is 100, and I actually went over the stamped part. It was with the stamp part. I didn't use gray or nothing. And then I took my colorless blender, and I kind of just picked up a little bit of that black part and then just rubbed it in around the eye, and that's what gave it the smoky eye like that. It was really easy and fun to do. Then with my cuttlebug, I took the Spellbinders Nestability dies. These are the small deckled rectangles. I love these, and I have to pick up more of the deckled ones. The deckled ones are really nice. It almost looks like you distress the edges. I love Nestability dies, guys, because you can also emboss with these. So that was really fun. So I put the image in, and I used the biggest one that's on here. and then I cut it out, and then I left the dye, or the die cut in the die, ran it back through for embossing, and then left it on there still. Once I pulled it out, and I went over it while it was still in the actual die, I went over it with my antique linen, with one of my Tim Holtz applicators, and I just went all around, left about a 1/4 inch around her, and that's how you get that effect. It's just really, really pretty. And then I used some pop dots, and I used some pop dots I've never used before, and I'm trying to remember who they're made by, but they come like this, and they're actually clear. They're not, you know, actual, like, they're not foam pop dots. I got those at Walmart, and I think they might be made by Elmer's. I think that's who makes them, is Elmer's. And then, for the inside, all I did is I took a sheet of pattern paper, and I believe I did 5.5, and I have it was an 8.5 by 11 sheet, and I put 5.5 here and 5.5 here, and then I took a 5-inch sheet of white cardstock for journaling, and I did both sides so you had a lot of spots to write on. And then again I painted another flower, and this one I actually distressed it with the walnut ink, and then I put a little pearl in the center. On this back side I took a 5 by 5 piece of just a pattern paper, a pink pattern paper. I went over the edges with these Martha Stewart punches, and I think this is the lattice. It's a punch around the page. And then after I had adhered it, I adhered this down, actually not with my ATG gun. I actually adhered it down with my Zig 2-way glue, because of this being really intricate right here, you know, this lattice part. If you put that 2-way glue down over it, and then you just, I mean, don't wait too long, because then it'll dry and it'll be repositional adhesive instead of permanent. But I put the Zig 2-way glue down, and then I put it down, and it dries very quickly. And then I also went over the entire image again with my frayed burlap, just to darken it up and blend it in with the rest of the card, more of an antique look. And also this is the same brown cardstock that I had used on this front part, except for I went over the entire piece of brown cardstock also with the frayed burlap, just to give it a darker, more distressed look. And then I just stamped my information on the back with my homemade, or my custom stamp. And I used Memento black ink for all my stamping. I love this stuff, guys, and it works really good. Like when you use Copic markers, I would definitely use this ink. And they do make it in other colors if you don't want the outlines to be black. They have like brown and different colors depending on, you know, so it's really nice. And I always use it when I stamp. I love this ink pad. Okay, so that's my card. Very, very happy about my card, and I talked forever about that. I didn't mean for it to be such a long video. Okay, and then I also made some other things. I made some flowers, and I hope you guys really like these. And I made these using my Lindy Stamp Gang, and then I made one using my Perfect Pearls. So these are using my Lindy Stamp Gang, and these are just Prima flowers. Some of them were white, and some of them were already other colors. This one in particular, I also used my, I gotta find it really quick. I also used my shimmer spritz. So, if you can see how glittery, if you see these two petals right here are actually, those are the colors that the flowers came in, and I spritzed them with my shimmer spritz and sparkle. Love this stuff. It is super, super glittery. And then I painted the rest of it just with my mica powders. I don't have the particular colors out, but they're just very, very pretty. So I made that one. I made this one with the mica powders. And then I made this one also with my mica powders. And this one's all packaged up because it's going in a swap. And I just love these things. And then this one I made with my perfect pearls. So they're both, I mean, they're very gorgeous flowers. No matter which ones you paint with, I like them equally. Perfect pearls is a little more pearlescent. And then the mica powders are more shimmery. But I love them all equally. They're really awesome to work with. I had made more, but they're going in a swap or a rack, so I can't show you guys. You'll probably see them whenever she receives her rack. And I think that's it. That's pretty much all I've really been up to. Other than, you know, reorganize my room, but when am I not? I'm always doing stuff in here. I have a lot of stuff to still do in here. I know you guys want a tour of my room, but it's probably at its worst right now because everything's getting moved around again. It's always getting moved around. I'm always trying to figure out new ways to use the most of my space, and I actually am going to be purchasing 14 of those Jetmax cubes. And once I do that, I think I'll be in really good condition with my room. Yeah, believe it or not, I need 14. And I already have a ton. So, thank you guys so much, and please stay tuned because I will have some haul videos coming up. And also, I actually reached, yesterday I reached over 500 subscribers, so I'm very excited about that. So very soon, probably by the end of this weekend or so, I will have a really nice, awesome giveaway coming up. So guys, thanks so much for watching. Happy scrapping. Bye.